anyway, we are riding in a taxi, going for dinner, talking about sexy time stuff. Mm-hmm. And we were tapping into a conversation of physical appearance and whether it matters in a relationship. What do you think?
So, my overall answer is no. And I think that is important at first. Like, it's one of those things where you won't even get to know someone because your social constructs shut you off to even being open to them. So, like, I right now am talking to someone that I am very sexually attracted to, but would I have even gotten to know the person that he is had he not been? That's tough, right? And so we were talking about, like, looking back in my life, like, at the times, like, I've gone out with people that were so sexy, right? So beautiful, like, models type of people. And then when it came to, like, trying to even kiss me, I was like, please do not, because your personality is just so bad that I sexually just turned off. And so the same is true. So if we were to, and I think that's why they make the shows like, is it Love is Blind or whatever, the one they do it in the box?
Or Married at First Sight, for example.
Yes, because if you really were to not see someone and get to know them fully and completely for who they are, and were sexually attracted to them, the person that they are, their physical appearance, I genuinely believe would not matter.
And in that aspect, I completely agree to you. Like, you're not gonna walk up to someone in the street if you're not physically attracted to them and ask them for the number. You know, physical appearance does come first. And I think something that I want to add in, so I've had a lot of tantric experiences, and in tantra one of the biggest things is you take away the physical appearance and you connect on an energetic level. And I've been in some tantra temple evenings, and I have exchanged, not always physically, but I have exchanged physically and emotionally and energetically with males that I would never have walked up to in the street to engage with. And that's with the experience that I do have within going into experiences of knowing what I'm going into, that there is possibility that I'm going to engage, but starting with like I'm sitting there, I was like, how did I end up here with this, you know? But then the thing is, when you take away the physical and you allow the energetics to come through, you feel so much differently. You know, like if you like
physically
feel differently. So like I remember I was like having this massage and touch, and this man had long hair, and he was a bit like a lot thinner, and it was never someone that I would physically have gone to, but energetically it was such a beautiful, soothing experience, because no one was there for an exchange, like physical exchange. We were there for presence. We were there to just share our emotions, to be open. And the feelings that came from it, I was like, this was beautiful. This was amazing, because he got to, it was touching, massaging my body, and I got to receive. And then at the end of that, we just said thank you very much, and we just walked off from each other and never spoke to him again.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, but I have done this because I've been to Tantra Temple evenings, but I don't think, like, if I was just in, like, say, a mainstream Saturday night party,
you would never be like, why are you touching me?
Yeah. But because of the experiences that I have, and I try and share as many as I can with you all, so you can notice differences, using those experiences. So like if I was to walk down the street and I see someone, obviously the physical's there, but if I could be in a cafe or be in a work meeting or something, and I'm talking to people who are, first off, so I'm talking to them, so we're sharing our hobbies, our whatever we do in life, we're sharing that. And then I'm learning their behavior through how they're speaking, and so like my interests and our activities and what we do for sports and stuff, and then allowing that to come through. I'm like, oh, okay, this person's attractive, because that's coming through conversation. But same again, I wouldn't have probably walked up to them in the street, and then so that's my thing. Where are we losing opportunities because we're judging by physical appearance?
Yes. And I think it's very interesting because, like, as we're older and, like, being an adult in the dating world, that's why it's so different navigating then. Because think about it, when you were in school, you were forced to be around all these people, the same people, over and over for months, if not years. and you end up falling for, like, all of us can look back in our high school, middle school, elementary school experience and be like, wow, I fell for that one person that I never would have expected, because you were forced to be around them over and over and over, even though you wouldn't have chosen to, but school made it. Or sometimes it happens in the workplace.
That's actually really true. Yes, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so then eventually you got to, by default, get to know the person that they are and became sexually attracted to them because of who they are.
Yeah, and I truly believe in that, you know, this sexual attraction can be built if you are, like, you know, energetically connected, and then you can go on to every different level, you know, intellectually, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. There's so many different levels to go on to, but obviously we're talking about physical in that. Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is. And I like, it comes back into, I think, you know, as you're speaking into someone who's dropped dead gorgeous, but then in the bedroom he was not. And I remember in my younger years, I used to love, like, fitness bodybuilders. But then when I actually came to have the conversation there, not stereotyping anyone, but the people that I was interacting with, there was just not any conversation. And so where I was like, oh, so does that mean everyone's like this? So that means everyone I can't talk to who looks good, you know? And then you start, okay, so maybe I need someone who's got a bit of conversation, but then that goes on to, we're also different, because I'm stimulated by mental conversation. And so I need that stimulation. And I guess if you really, really stimulate, you're probably going to turn me on more, and then I will be physically attracted. Rather than be physically attracted, but like there's just nothing going.
It's a dead end.
Dead end. Dead end.
So you just have to go and find out.
So another tip to throw in there for you is, if there is someone that you're probably feeling like you've got a bit of an energy with, but you're scared to go up because you don't physically like them, let yourself tap it. Give them a chance. If anything, you just gain a new friend, or you just have some nice dinner or go for a nice walk or something, but like open yourself into those possibilities.
Be open-minded and eyed.
Yes.